5 for 7.
Seen a few of those in this innings, haven't we, where the ball's gone in completely the opposite direction to that intended.
Well, they all count. I mean, Craig Miles' boundary in the last over will be count the same as any of the more handsome strokes we saw earlier on, even though he went off the QN behind the wicketkeeper. 3 balls to come. Van der Houten hurries in, and Lintot's down the pitch to meet him and almost yorks himself and gets that off the bottom end of the bat as well. And he's going to get 3 runs because Miles has almost lapped him, and he's back for 3. I think he fancies strike for the end, so they are picking up 3 and 327 on the board. There's one more. No, 328 in front of us. I think that's right. Which is, I would suggest it's a very substantial score, but it's not necessarily an impregnable one on a small ground. And clearly runs that can be scored if you go well. Van der Houten bowls, and Miles almost swings himself off his feet, and Lintott, trying to sprint through for a bye, must have just made it. And Alex Horton looks a bit disappointed that wasn't given out. I think Lintott got the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, it's a tough life for a keeper, isn't it, when he's caught the ball cleanly.
Van der Houten bowls, and
he's hit the stumps with his throw, and the bat was just about down, I think.
It was a photo finish, and
Yes.
there isn't time to develop the photo, so on we go. And 1 ball to go with 329 for 7 on the board, and Jake Lintott is going to try and hit it. He bunts a slower ball, a full toss, just over the bowler, and it plops down about where the end of his run-up was, and they're coming back, batters running in all directions. They're back for 2. Craig Miles, I think he's made his mind up there. He was coming back for 2 no matter what. And Warwickshire have piled up 331 for 7. They lost momentum a little bit after that opening partnership was broken, and 3 wickets fell in 4 overs. But a sprint to the tape with 119 off the last 12 overs, so they were more or less 10 and over for the last dozen overs, with Will Rhodes at one end for most of it, but powered by the youngsters. Kai Smith, Ethan Brooks and Hamza Sheikh all were well ahead of the clock in their contributions, and it's taken Warwickshire from beyond merely a competitive score to one that they would be pretty confident, I think, of defending.
Indeed so. So the bowling figures not looking too healthy. Van der Houten 0 for 50 off his 10. Bit of tap at the end. Podmore 0 for 42 off 7. Ul Hassan 9 overs 2 for 58. Gorvin 10 overs 2 for 57. Carlson 7 overs went for 66, and Ben Kellaway 7 overs 3 for 56. So Van der Houten the most economical, despite the toll taken on his last 2, and the efforts of Yates, Barnard and the middle order have taken Warwickshire up to a very, very challenging score indeed. 331 for 7, and we will take a break, and we'll be back just under half an hour at 2:45 here on BBC Sport Online.